Hello guys, by the title you know that we are going to talk about how the Twitter account of Elon Musk is hacked. To hack any website is not an easy task. We need to find bugs or we can say loopholes to enter into that site. To find loopholes, the first step is information gathering, or we can say the gathering the maximum information. The more information you gather, the more is the chance of finding that loophole. In this video, I am going to gather maximum information using Python command prompt and various websites. Without wasting any time, let me introduce myself. My name is Ravant. Welcome to my channel Be Anonymous. At first, we are going to use Python. Open the idle. Here you to open 2 times. Close it. For opening of a URL, open. I am going to import your library. Here you imported it. From URL library, I am going to import a new module. We can say request. Okay. Now take a variable as response and request the URL to open. In this way you can remember it. I am going to use https www.google.com. We can take all advantages of this Google. Okay, we had opened it. Oh, you're not able to see any code. Let's check the code. What will we get? Here you can see 200. It means everything is okay. I want to read it. What are the lines that consist of? You can see this test 180 lines. Here's the great news. If you want to know the type, we can know it. HTTP response. We can know the library of it. We can see, we can get everything here. So in the Python we can get all the information, all the source code of the URL that we gave. Okay, the second method is command prompt. For that, to open the command prompt, I will open it in administrator. Here we can see the command prompt. I will prefer system info. Here we will get the maximum information about our system. Sorry, I had typed the wrong keyword. System info. Now we will get it. Here is the maximum information. We can see the OS name, OS version, and everything. Let's clear this all. Now I want to know the internal IP. What is my IP configuration? This. I using the IP config. I will get all the DNS on the all the address. It is in the IP6. We can see the temporary IPv address, linked load IPv address. It is a very useful things. I am getting both the IP address in the form of IP4 and IPv6. I am also getting the address in default gateway where I use. Let's close this. If I want to know what's the recent IP address that is used by any of the greatest URLs such as Google, anything, for that I am using Google NS lookup. Here I have to give the domain. I prefer to give Google. For experiment you have to use the Google. We can see this is the recent IP address. If you want to know the port, it means port, we can say HTTP, HTTPS, where the HTTP represents the port has 40, HTTPS 223. For that we can use netstat. Here the command I give. Listening, what is our state? It represents the state. Everything we will get out using the netstat method. Port information, you can say. With this we completed our command prompt information. It is still continuing as we are using it. Let's finish this. We can use Control C. Class. Okay. We have looked after command prompt and Python to get the maximum information of that URL. Now we are going to use a biggest search engine where we will get infinite information. That is nothing but the Google. For finding the IP address, we have used command prompt and we have typed then IP config and then we checked for the IP addresses and all that thing. But we did not do anything. We are having wonderful websites. Let's take this what's my IP website. Here I get the same as that of I get in the IP config command prompt. Here I get the IPv6 address and the country, region, city and the chip and everything, the time zone too. I may not get the IPv4 because it is an internal IP. It is one of the best sites to get the IP address. And the second important website is archive.org. We know in our websites there will be so many updates. We can check the Google in 2007 it was looking something different. We have the trees and something, whereas in this 2020 the Google is something new. It brought us so many updates. It means so many loopholes are covered. To know about the past updates and the past formation, this archive.org is one such type. In this site, we get the maximum information, the screenshot of previously used that website. If I take this one, we get can't read this book, how it look like. Let's check this website, how it looked like before in the past. It saves all the screenshots. And the third important most useful website is DNS Dump Master, which I admire too. It is a very great website. Through this I will get maximum information. It is such a wonderful website that I will get the codomain too. Here I get the IP servers or the Google. We can see the most important thing is I get the codomain list, which is very useful, that I get all the IP addresses, the servers. We can see the map over here. Why I prefer to use this is getting of codomain. Why actually we need that codomain? Because if we have a domain like Google, it is difficult for us to enter into the Google because it has an high security terms. But whereas codomains are such a things, all the codomains linked with one domain, the main server is domain. Some of the codomains like in we can say Facebook or something, they have somewhat loopholes. From the codomain we can enter into the main server domain. It makes us easier. And the fourth, the useful is intensala.com. Why I prefer to use intensala.com is it gather the information professionally. No one want to add a fake ID over the Intensala that like professional websites. Everyone adds a new and we can say most professional name and the full name and mobile numbers, emails, everything. So Intensala and Facebook something we can say Naukri.com, internship, Intensala are very useful websites where we can gather the information in a professional manner. Also we can use social media to get the information about a person, city and everything. For if you know the phone number, we can use Truecaller too to get the information. We can use the Google Docs and Google Keywords for getting the more information. In this video we have covered command prompt and Python and various websites to gather maximum information. In the next video we will give you a new thing, and wait for this video. Peace.